recently a $100,000 grant for the currently and formerly incarcerated students reentry program. That does have a match of $50,000 that will come from a locally funded counselor position. So congratulations.
Yes.
I believe theirs was already on a report last month, so you'll see that on the next report, but I was pretty excited for them.
I'm excited too. Thank you very much. Okay, we have the consent items, and I understand, let's see. Is there any item that you wish to pull off the consent agenda for separate discussion?
Before I move to accept the consent calendar, I'd like to recognize 3 of our faculty. Linda Opachipinti, Ochipinti, I guess that's the way it's pronounced, and 40 years of service. Denise Rapetti, 13 years of service, and Lee Ridge, I knew I could pronounce that one, 32 years of service. So congratulations to those retirees. And
Thank you.
And with that, I'll move that we accept the consent calendar as presented.
And I'll second that.
Okay, Darren is the second, Gabe is the first. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Okay.
All opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right, the motion carries. Okay. So if I'm not skipping something, which is very possible, we're up to 7.1, board policy, and I'd like to invite Connie up.
Thank you. Good evening, trustees, chancellor, cabinet. We are to 7.1, third reading of board policies. At our meeting on Monday, the board policy committee meeting, we did have a recommended change to number 7340 leaves, and that was left for you at your place there. You will find that recommended change on page 2, line 1. And instead of saying non-teaching employees, we would say non-faculty employees. So that was the one recommended change for third readings.
Okay, so we need a motion then to,
Second.
all in favor say yay.
Yay.
All opposed say no. All right, motion carries.
Well, that was a hearty yay. So we'll go on to second readings now. And we had 2 recommended changes on, the first one is 5035, withholding student records. And that was actually on the AP. So first page of the AP, line 17, starting at line 16, a hold will be placed on a student's academic record and registration when the student has an outstanding obligation to the district or college. And in keeping with recent practice, as was decided at the District Administrative Council, we added that is $200 or higher. At this time, we're not holding up registration for students who owe less than $200. So we wanted to add that to the AP. And then on 5120 Transfer Center, we had some recommended language revision on the AP as well. And that is in the first paragraph. I'll read that sentence, how it is recommended at this point. The plan identifies appropriate target student populations and is designed to increase the transfer applications of students, comma, including underrepresented students. So those were the 2 recommended changes on AP. So if you had anything else on second readings, I'm happy to hear those and take some notes. Okay.
I move that we adopt the second readings.
Second from Nancy. Okay. All in favor say aye this time.
Aye. This time.
Any opposed say nay. All right, it passes. Motion carries.
Thank you. So it sounds like we're getting louder as we go. But this one, the first readings, we won't vote on tonight, but at least maybe we can have some good smiles and head nods with this one. So first readings, we had no recommended changes to the policies or procedures, but we did have some things that I'm looking into. So for example, on 5015, residence determination, we're sourcing some certain text that sounds a little, we thought, kind of lofty. There's one place in there that talks about how, residency is determined by where you are in your season of repose. It's very poetic, but where did it come from? And we're finding that it does come from Ed Code, but we are kind of looking into where is that language coming from. We are also looking at 5020, non-resident tuition, analyzing some additional language needed. There are some additional exemptions per Ed Code 68075.6, and so analyzing if we need to add anything in there before next month. And then lastly, 5070, student attendance, looking at some consistency in language and operational days. So I've already got some feedback from the colleges, and we'll share that with the board policy committee and you next month. And that's it for first readings.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I understand that 7.4 has been pulled. So we're going to go on to, do we need a motion to pull it or not? No. Graciela, no? Okay, 7.5. This is the nomination for the State Board of Governors Annual Classified Employee of the Year Award. And I can announce that the Board of Trustees has selected Fred Grohl. Am I pronouncing this correctly? As submitted for the State Board of Governors award, that we forward that nomination to the Board of Governors and the Foundation for California Community Colleges.
Okay, so what college is he at?
He is,
Okay, that's, okay.
yes.
That's why you got the whole cheering squad out there.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Be glad here, you see.
Okay. All right, so I do need a motion to move that forward.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. All right, the motion carries.
Pardon me, can I get who was the first and the second on that?
I made the motion.
I
Thank you.
seconded it.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. 7.6 is the CCCT Board of Directors election.
So moved.
I feel like I'm on speed dial over here.
That's okay.
Okay, so the recommended action is that the Board of Trustees each complete a ballot indicating their preferences, and we've already received those, and they're due on April 10th, correct?
Correct. At the
Okay.
latest.
At the latest. Okay, so would you like to make that motion?
There's no motion.
Do we need a motion?
Yes.
I was told we did.
For,
To receive and move forward that ballot.
so moved,
Thank you.
as stated.
All right. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
All opposed say nay. All right, motion carries. All right, we are up to the comments from the Board of Trustees. So, want to start with you?
I wanted to reiterate Dr. B's comment about our visit with the Sierra Business Council, which may result in some interesting connections for the Mother Lode, and in particular the Forestry and Natural Resources grant that you received. And I also wanted to acknowledge the amazing reports that we had tonight. Alan, your report, and the students who presented, which the student fees were, approved in the consent agenda without a lot of pomp and circumstance, but I think really motivated by your great presentation. Wow. And then complemented by the president's report of really what Nate introduced to us tonight, or reminded us, and the work that Laureen has done and Morgan has done and Dora Lynn back there, all really to support what has become a common theme for so many across not just the state but the nation, about the hardships in general that it takes for a young person to succeed. And so I wanted to end by shouting out to Amy Nilsson, who's here, and the work that the Columbia College Foundation has done to remove the barrier of tuition by raising almost $300,000 to guarantee, in addition to the governor's fee waiver, the elimination of tuition to remove that barrier. And in doing so, this year we saw an increase of 62% of first-time freshmen at Columbia College who were full-time. That number went from 114 to 185. And the foundation has realized that one of our new barriers is figuring out how to keep those students in school. Because while you reduce the barrier of tuition, we have learned that there's a number of other barriers that prevent them from continuing. So really the themes of tonight are really focused on what we're all here for, and that is to see students through a pathway that allows them to gain a living wage job and to succeed in this society. So I'm so excited by all of the presentations tonight, and really exciting evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nancy?
Okay, this is my fourth meeting, and